everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 3 Episode 48 with me today. I never get tired of this view. This is the little glow of the sarcophagus there and the fire coming up and the charcoal just burning away down here. Now, since last episode I've done a few things, and one of them is I've done a bit of health and safety work, and we've covered up all of these moving parts. So, because they were dangerous, quite frankly, but you're going to get caught in those, and industrial accident, and then next thing you know, you've got injury lawyers for you on the line, and yeah, not where we want to be. I've done a little bit of meteoric iron smelting. I've done a little bit of coke making, but mainly just been pottering around, and I've been up to the fields and harvested some flax. I put 4 in before winter, and I put a whole load of that into the community centre coffers, and I brought a whole load of it down as well because I need flax. So, plan for today. And I've made some more syrups, and I've done some cooking. Let's go with that. Now, over here, this is the plan for today. We are going to get this area sorted, and the building is going to be 3 wide, but I want to cut into this. So I'm going to be using chisel to use this space because I haven't got a lot of space here, and I am going to need it. So we need to decide what we're going to use, and I want some timber, probably loggage, probably not walnut. Not keen on the redwood. Pine might be. Let me just get 16 of these to start off with. Partly the reason pine is a hardwood, and I think pine is a hardwood. It's always confusing because hardwoods are soft and softwoods are hard. So pine is a hardwood because it's soft, whereas things like oak is a softwood because it's hard. Yeah, people who do wood stuff, they're just bent. But anyway, we've got a lot of pine trees in this area, so pine would be a resource which would be reasonably things. I need a hammer if I'm going to strip those, don't I? Put that down. Hammer, axe and logs. Get a bit of strippage going. And we're going to want the hammer there anyway, because I'm probably going to go with this for starters. So let's just see what we want to do. So if I want to start here, do I want to go maybe a little bit thinner? Still a little bit thinner. Maybe that size works. And then you can come here 1, 2 to 3. Now we could come right up, but let's just go there because that gives me 1, 2, 3 in the middle. And let me go and get my pantograph. And there's a small black and white cat patting at my door. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. So then I'd like to have right down at the other end the same again. Boop, and 1, 2, 3, and boop. But then I'd like that to be boop and boop. So we've got kind of a that we need to Well, there's simple enough ways of doing this. There you go. Do a block update, we're sorted. And then what we're going to do is we are going to have floor level, and what we're going to do the floor out of. Let's go with aged boards. Don't know why I'm doing it like this. What I actually want to do is just grab a load. Like so. So what we're going to have here is a sawmill, essentially. We're going to come in and we are going to, this is going to be the storage, and let me just do a bunch of those. Turn you into horizontals only. And let's go like this. Not there. And not there. And then we'll just hammer this lot in. But we are going to have a step there. Which will bring us up. And of course we're going to have the walls coming up. And I realise this doesn't make a great deal of sense right now, but we're getting there. It takes time. But we want a nice long building, something you can load a log in, cut it down, and the saw is probably going to be about there. So realistically we can probably, we'll take these out for a moment. 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide sounds good. And just for now, that's that, and then we'll continue down. I think I'm going to need to go and get myself some more aged wooden slabs. Luckily I know where there's loads of ruins, so that's not a problem. I probably need to get into the habit of harvesting aged wooden slabs or aged logs. Actually I've got loads of aged logs, haven't I? Of course I did, yeah, I've got lots of aged logs because I did get into the habit of harvesting them. So yeah, the idea here is simple. It's entirely decorative. Let's get that right on the table to start off with. Just give me 16 of those. And then we'll chop those up and we'll make some more. That's all good. Choppy chop. Because we're going to need more, because I'm going to have to chisel in to match up to the bit. So if we come here, like a zoo, and we'll probably do the same at this end. Then what am I doing? What am I doing? Actually, I'm trying to look at this, going, what is my next step here? I'm not entirely sure, because So I was going to use fence for a lot of this, but that won't actually work. Gonna need some more of that. And it's going to have to go up at least one more block. Plus we're going to need to reset that chunk there. Okay, I need to do a little bit of finagling because I'm not entirely sure how best to achieve the effect I want to achieve here. But I think the first bit is going to be like this. And then we're going to take off this edge. And I think that will work reasonably well. We'll drop that back for a second and grab you. And just head down here. And then we are going to want to do that, I think, and then we can get a nice narrow wall coming down here. Now, I have been playing around with an idea, but that was really for the south base. So let's see what happens. Think. I need to have a think and a poke, because my idea that I had has now gone and done a runner. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, I have got the roughest design. This is based roughly off of the fence posts. The double thing is a bit annoying, but there you go, it is what it is. And we are going to use the pantograph to add that design into this. That did not play though, did it? Did not. That is annoying. I think I'm probably going to need to go in and twist that manually. And probably get away with doing that as well. So it doesn't need to be all the way down here. And then we'll just duplicate it up. I don't know why it didn't take the oak, but not a problem. There's plenty of ways to skin this particular cat. Of course, as a cat lover, that is not actually a particularly nice euphemism, but still creeps in. Anyway, yeah, lots of chiseling, and then we need to just add some random variation to it, and I'm going to do a bit of breaking of the boards, and we'll miss off bits and, you know, make it look reasonable. But this is just going to take a hot moment to... Now I can't use the paintbrush here because it will replace all of the aged wood with whatever I went to replace it with, so it's a bit limited. Well, at least I think it is anyway. There might be. If there is another way of doing it, then I am not aware of it. Doesn't mean it don't exist, but it does mean that I'm not aware of it. So let me continue on here, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, it's the next day in real terms. I worked into the night and then continued first thing in the morning. So I've done all of the difficult work. I've got all of the pieces chiselled. What I just need to do is now pantograph all of that over, and that will give us our building. So that's pretty straightforward. And yeah, I mean, oops, hello. Yeah, so once you've got all the pieces in, it's actually really easy to just duplicate everything. And this is my first one that I've just had to play around with how it will look when it's, in quotes, broken. So now we've got that, the next thing we need on here is a roof. And again, broad brush strokes, so let's get the structure done before I start obsessing over detail. And I'll probably need to do some peak or something there as well. However, not a bad looking shape, looks different, doesn't it? And I'm going to put some more fences along the bottom here as a security to stop big things crawling underneath, because obviously there's going to be a rotating saw blade there, which is actually not going to rotate because there are no saw blades in Vintage Story, but we can pretend. So I need this and some of that, and I'm probably going to be low on this, which is a pain. Let's see, if I'm lucky, I've done an odd number, but I don't think I have. I think I've done an even number, but I don't think I have. I think I have done an even number. Let's get those in. And I may need to go looking for some ruins just to find more of this thatch, which is a very real danger. Again, I know where there are lots of ruins, but I don't think I'm going to have enough thatch. Unless I mix it up, because definitely not got enough of those. And the only way of getting those, bagger. The alternative is, instead of using thatch, would be to use bamboo. We know where we get plenty of that. Let's go with bamboo. I mean, we can actually farm that, but we can run down south and grab a load. I think is probably the more appropriate solution. I do need to put these things. That's all for a later project. So we shall put away our stuff. We'll grab our thing, and we are going to head south and grab ourselves some bamboo. It's ultimately, I want shingles that look quite rustic, and I think bamboo is going to be the one there. We might as well just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might as well just do these while we're at it, because we are going to need them. And then I can put the rest of the stuff away. And that, perfect. Right, I'm going to head south. We'll see you when I get there. Just coming to there's a lot of horses around that spawn at the moment, and I noticed I have mail. What do we got from Punk Shops? The Riddle of Steel. I've just seen the Riddle of Steel. I haven't been in it yet, but and we shall pick you up. We'll go and have a little read of this, because I know Punk's been working on getting his steel shop up and running. Let's have a look, shall we? Crom is strong. If I die, I have to go before him, and he will ask me, what is a Riddle of Steel? If I do not know, he will cast me out of Valhalla and laugh at me. I think that might just be a quote from Conan the Barbarian. Just call me thing there, but one stop steel shop. Come check it out. West Road, just from CC. Thanks, Punk. Okay. We shall put this over here. We shall go and have a quick peek at that first, and then we'll go and have a look at getting some things. I'm not going to do I mean, there's a small amount here, but this is Punk's shop, and as usual, it's a piece of chiseled beauty. Even cheap boy, cheap. I would have had metal handles. Probably would have actually hooked up underground windmills as well, just to power the helve hammers continuously. But that is me. What you got down there, man? Sorry, I'm not even looking at the shop. I'm getting distracted by. Ooh. Problem is, most of the translocators around spawn are now not taking us far enough away. They just drop us in explored territory. But interesting to see that there. So let's go into, what do we got? Wipe my feet. And this is his steel shop. So I think he said there is a we accept gears, gold, silver, and almost all other offers. Prices: tools and QP tools, all 50 gears each, which is actually pretty good for steel. Weapons in store, 100 gears each, or armour is made to order. Free bookie with every purchase. Free tool grinding out back. And you can Read book on the desk. Payment in order box, please. Order box? Oh, order box. And what was it, those? Nope, just got extra stock in those. Bargain bin. You can have a common iron prospecting pick for 5 gears. And yeah, I mean, he's got pretty much steel knives, steel arming sword, 5.3 damage on those. Those are pretty hefty. Ladder maker and all of the bits and pieces. Yeah, that's what's saber 5.3. Interestingly, the battle axe does less. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, that's punks. I'm sure that will be coming to an episode near us soon. Let me get back on course because I'm going to run out of time if I'm not careful. Probably will do anyway. Right, I will see you in a bit. Alright, we got a roof. We got some stairs. We've done some randomisation of the brakes, so these are not just completely uniform. There's a few broken bits in there. And I have placed down a wooden axle, which will turn. We are going to have a windmill built into this, albeit just for looks. And this is going to be the saw blade. The saw blade centre is going to be there, so it's going to be poking out the top here. I think that's how it's going to work anyway. Now this is going to be 16 across, so 16, 32, 48. So I am going to be using my plots modeler. If I can spell plots. If you don't use the plots thing, it's brilliantplots.co.uk. Absolutely invaluable for doing circles. It's obviously primarily aimed at Minecraft, but go away, little privacy cookie. But putting in a 48 by 48 gives me an exact size that I need to chisel to get the disc, and that is going to be really, really useful. So I'm going to do the actual disc outside, and we are going to use the planer to bring us down to thickness. So I'm going to come off 1, 2, 3. I don't know how thick I want this yet. Well, I can't get in from that side. Huh. Wonder whether I can see through the chiseled thing. Did 1, 2, 3. I can. Okay, well that works. See, that's 3. And that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should leave thing. So I think we're going to be that thick. I don't think I can get any thinner. Well, I could go thinner, but it would be off centre. So we'll make it a bit thicker than I would prefer, but that's fine. Doop doop. And obviously by making it thinner like this, we eliminate the need to chisel quite so much. And that one fell off, didn't it? Yes. Because it wasn't chiselled. It's not a problem. It's easy fix. And then the same on this side. Now when I've been doing when I've been doing spheres and stuff, what I've tended to work on is, we know the centre area, and therefore the centre's where pick from, and then you kind of work out. So for example, if we come over here, this is going to be, I'm trying to read my screen here, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. And this is 16, so we obviously need, oops, to take out 1, 2, 3, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then, so that will be the edge there, and then it goes down to a 3, which is fine, and then it goes to a 3, and then down a 1, then a 2, and then we're into ones all the way down. And I'm just going to make a circle. I'm not going to try and put teeth on this, that would be just impossible with the number of voxels we have. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're into a 2. Get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one's a 2. Then it's a 1. And if this works out correctly, should be a 3 and a 3. What have I missed? I missed something. Goes 3, 3. Three, then a 3, then your 1, then a 2. Something's not working out right here, is it? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's spot on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which, that's spot on. So what's going wrong? 3, 3. 1, 2. Interesting. Okay, I can work this. I'll just adjust the circle a little bit. It'll not be visible, or it shouldn't be visible. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, we have a disc. I basically had started in the wrong position, which is why everything out. So I started from the edge and came this way, and it worked a lot easier. I actually only did half of it, and then I mirrored it all. So, you know, a lot easier. And we're going to start off by trying this centerpiece there, and it does indeed join up. So then we can grab you, and you can go there. And in sawmills, these blades often are adjustable up and down anyway, so we can work with that concept, that little conceit there. I do need to come down here though, and I think I probably need to pop a bit of sand in there, and then we can plonk, plonk, and plonk. Now the only real question is whether this is going to be emerging enough from the floor to really be considered a functional sawmill, because it's only going to be half a block out. I suppose I could drop the cutting channel. That might make more sense actually, because I'm going to be placing a log on this, so maybe we do this then. One longer, two longer. And there, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a quick bit of doing that on there. Quick bit of how am I going to get that out? Like that, I suppose. And I do need to do something about the drifters. They're constantly grumbling and groaning in this area as well. But I have a solution for those. And then technically that will come out of there. So that's your saw going around fast and furious, and then we'll grab oak. I've probably got the most of oak. Yeah. Now here's the interesting thing. I don't know whether I can actually so is there a way I can place this but sideways on? Because my suspicion is hang on, here's a thought. So if I were to then grab you and I don't know, get start of this. Your problem here is, I think, you know what, it's going to be a lot easier without those in place. Is that the log is facing upwards. Now if I were to rotate you, the log is still facing upwards. How the hell do I know how. I know how. What we will do is we will take one log, which will be there. See, I'm trying to add the log to the blade, but it might be easier to add the blade to the log. Especially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to take a hot minute just to cut through one of these. but I think we'll get away with it. Yeah, let me do that. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, and I think that is about that. So this is the view as you come out, and you've got the shed, big windmill looming over it, a small windmill looming over it, and it's designed to look a bit like those pumping windmills where there's a sail at the back that turns it to face the wind. Obviously it doesn't do that. The legs are a bit precarious. I could perhaps put a little bit more into them, but I don't think it needs that much more. It's just what it is. Power goes in to the saw blade, which is then used to cut the logs in half. We've got 3 chests down here for miscellaneous wooden bits and pieces. Thrown a few bits of broken tool and wood around from my collection of ruins, and actually a cartwheel there that I just happen to have kicking around, so you know, why not. But I'm really happy with this as a wood storage facility. Yeah, is well ideal for my needs. I've got room to add more chests if I so choose, but you know, no desperate rush. And you can see the saw blade down there cutting into the ground, so I like that. As I've said before, it has no useful function other than perhaps a bit of storage. The windmill is completely for looks, which is obviously why I've just used bog standard sails, and yeah, I think on that note we're going to call this one an episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.